not sorry cause that was intentional. I meant every word that I said. Yeah. You get angry with me cause I'm flexible. And of how I like things in the bed. Oh no. My heart's like an ocean. It's deep and it's open. The one thing I promise, I always be honest. Eternal devotion. If we keep things open, if you love all on me, yeah, then you let me be free, yeah. If you love me, then you let me be free. If you love me, yeah. I noticed you're driven by jealousy. But my soul is nothing you own. No. I want us to love unconditionally. It means that I'm not yours alone. No. My heart's like an ocean. It's deep and it's open. The one thing I promise, I always be honest. Eternal devotion. If we keep things open, if you love all of me, yeah, then you let me be free, yeah. If you love me, then you let me be free. If you love me, yeah. How could anyone believe they can own another? Isn't that a bit naive to think you want each other? How could anyone believe they can own another? Isn't that a bit naive to think you want each other? Yeah. My heart's like an ocean. It's deep and it's open. The one thing I promise, I always
Hello.
eternal devotion.
So, there we are. Hello. Welcome back to another art stream, design stream. Before I get started on my mermaids, I just really wanted to quickly edit this text and see if it's, well, did I edit it? Yeah. Because we also need a be right back. So why not make that together? I just have to get the right font now, because I don't remember what it was called. There we go. But yeah, hi. Hi, whoever's here. Welcome. And get my overview up. There we are. Hello. So, I managed to be here. Once again, this is all still very new. But so far the timing has worked out. Managed to keep my appointment with myself to do an afternoon stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. So yeah, is this, God. Noob. I have to be honest, editing fonts and text in Clip Studio is not something I do very often. I have other programs for font editing and design work, but this I usually just for drawing. So I'm a little bit usually don't do this so much, but I know I have a font for this stuff. Where is it? Is it this one? No. I think it was Battle Shine or something. For some reason it's not showing up in here. I don't even have a hello. I don't even have a thing in here that I used, so I guess I'll just have to pick a font. Yeah, we'll just have to improvise. But I thought it might be a good idea if I need to get up for whatever reason to have a little bit of a thing to put on. Text to put on whilst I'm gone. And then I'll get going on my mermaids. I guess this works. In terms of colour. Honestly, it's anyone ever do the editing? Hello, Big Lou. What are the rewards? Rewards for what? What, yeah, this looks weird. Okay, I'm gonna do this another time. This is boring to watch, so I'm gonna continue with the mermaids instead. You mean the rewards for subscribing, or? There we go. Got my, there you go, all set up. Where's my glove? There we go. I did a bit of editing on this guy's face last time. But yeah, I realized that his face was standing out a little bit too much from the throat. It looked a bit unrealistic. There we go, fix that. There we go. So these are the differences I worked on last time. So I had a head before was much bigger and the hair was a bit unrealistic, so I made it all a bit smaller. And I think it looks better now. Now I just have to give that lady a little bit more of a face because she still has the sort of sketchy face from before. Björn. So, somebody last time suggested using the old brush. The oil brush, however, there's a bit of issue with blending the colors. Also, it's a bit too small. I realized I set up this painting a little bit too small, but that's okay. It's not gonna be a print or anything. It's just for fun, really. Yeah. So this was my only contribution to Mermaid last year, and I never finished it. So I thought, you know, I would like to finish it. Get rid of this eye completely. It's just like, okay, here's the nose. Eyebrows a bit too high. Ugh, this looks terrible. It's always difficult to do the second eye because thanks Ander for the description. That helps. That's really helpful, thank you. Yes, I have. I'm grateful for that. I've quite a few people showing up sometimes who don't know what to do with Twitch really, so this is very good. Honestly, though, this is what am I doing? What am I doing? Let's just get an eye patch on. No, okay, I'll try again. Come on. This is my warm up. Why would I do face details for warming up? This is very silly. So here's the eye. I was feeling particularly masochistic today. If anybody wonders about the music, this is the Happy Women's Day compilation from Epidemic Sound, which was on the front page, so I was like, well, let's do the Happy Women's Day compilation, why the hell not? I haven't listened to it beforehand, so I'm permitting myself to change the channel if it gets annoying, but there we are. Right now this sounds alright. Okay. I think the eyes, I mean it looks alright now, but a bit low down, so I'm gonna raise it a little bit. And then I think we have to do the same thing as we did for her male companion. We have to fix the hair a little bit. Some light reflections. What about International Men's Day? There is one as far as I know. Thank you, Meister Umbrian. Yes, have a nice start into the week, you too. A wonderful day with sunshine and health and all that. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, having a stream on a Monday afternoons. New for me too. Eyes and hands stream. It's the usual Doodle Yule program, isn't it? We torture ourselves with plenty of eyes and hands. Right, lady, your hair is, even if this was an 80s mermaid, this would be a bit too high. Like what's going on with her forehead. So I'm gonna have to... Maybe if I just take this bit. Something like that. You're a cute white little fluffy Barbie. Hello. Oh, this time you're on time. You're early. Yes, if you don't want to be a white bunny, you can use the little extension to play around with your avatar, because why not have something fun to do whilst you're watching? It's very, this is like Farrah Fawcett mermaid or something. I think. Last time you were at work. Well, Wednesday afternoon, most people who work in like offices and stuff are gonna be at work, aren't they? I realised that when I set the new stream date, but this is the best time that works for me, I'm afraid. That's a good attitude to have. Try something new every day. Okay, so I've given them eyes and faces. I will tell you, I am not 100% happy with it, but because one of my resolutions is to try and get things done rather than making them perfect. I have to always zoom out again and try and work on other parts of the painting, otherwise I'll give myself a penalty. Stop zooming in. So this is the current state of things. What do I want to? What do I want to do about it? I mean, it all looks a little bit wonky. I don't know, but I'm now at this point. I'm having difficulty seeing. Seeing what else needs doing, you know what I mean? Like you kind of look at it and you go, well, it's all right. I think if there was like a liquefy tool in Clip Studio, this is a good point to use it. I think the only thing that I know in Clip Studio that does that is the warp tool, so I might try that. Thank you. You like the color palette, that's cool. I fiddled quite a lot with it, so if you're curious, this was how the painting started, and this is how it looked from last Mermaid on until now. And then we had this, bit sketchy, then I removed all the plants because it was too messy, and then I fixed his upper body, his torso looked a bit weird, and I put the girl further back. And then I added lots of light, and then I edited the faces. Oh my god, yeah, such a huge difference. A drow triton, yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy with the light effects too. I have to admit, I kind of stole that from some kind of Instagram trend that's currently going on, where you just have this overlay effect light going on. I think I'll have to just reduce this mermaid's fins a little bit in the back here. So I'm trying to correct it. I think might be a good idea to actually do some sketching on top. So I mean, it might be cool to have a big mermaid butt, but I think this is a little bit out of proportion. Yeah, it's too wide. Too wide in the lower part of the curve of the pose. Creative stealing, yes. I suppose you're right. Yeah, I agree. I noticed that before as well. I was a bit unhappy with that and wasn't quite sure how to edit it, so I'll try and fix it now. Let's see if we can fix it. I've been fixing a lot of this. A lot of this painting is just me fixing stuff. And yeah, it's lost some of its swishiness because of all the editing. I am aware of that. I'm not quite happy with it. That's the problem. Like, I'm like, oh, you know, I'll edit this and I'll edit that, and then at some point it's like, oh. So, I'll just say, I like this music, it's alright. I should add this to one of my lists so I don't forget it. Where is it? it's different because it's underwater. I mean, why do you think so many people love drawing mermaids? I think it's easier than drawing a standing person because it's because you have this permission to just have them float, basically. And if you're not good with... It's really difficult to put legs... well, if you draw a figure with legs, you have to make sure that the legs actually look like they're standing somewhere. And a lot of the time, when a beginner draws... you know, if you don't have much practice with this, and this goes for me too, if you draw a person standing, it looks like they're falling over backwards or falling over forwards because the legs and the center of gravity don't match. So it's actually easier, I think, to draw mermaids because it's just relaxing. You can just paint and you don't have to think about the center of gravity so much, but you still have to get the flow right, so I guess it depends on your point of view. Also, I hope the music isn't too loud. Please let me know if it is. Because I have a different sound level on my headphones than I do on the stream. I'm not always... a bit difficult to tell. Okay, so where are we now? I'm not sure if you could hear the lyrics just now, but I think they were like an onion, I will liberate your tears. Right? Interesting. You know, let's get... I'm a bit sad because I had a cool fin here on the side, but I think I'll have to do the fin again before I can fix it. Let's get rid of this one as well. Fish references, please. Oh yeah, I guess I could have a fish as a reference. Thanks, Thor. Yeah, the effects on miniature painting, I think it's probably similar to painting as well. So I'm not, you know, perfect at painting postures and stuff, but I think this painting has already become better because I added all of these glowy effects. I think it's probably a matter of taste. Like some people hate it if you just add glowy effects. But because I want to get away a little bit from just this kind of picture perfect line art drawing where everything's so neat. So, you know, it's actually better to have I think I think the painting wins something from having this glowy effects, and I think it looks better. So even though it's just effects and not, I guess, substance, you could say, if you wanted to be nasty about it. But I still think it looks better altogether, so I looked at some paintings on Instagram and stuff and tried to imagine what I liked about them and what I could try and imitate, so to speak. And one of the things I like is that the paintings have a feeling to them, like a glow or a feeling or sort of like an emotion kind of thing, and that's kind of more important than having a painting that's just perfect but doesn't actually, make you feel like you like looking at it for some reason. Sometimes I think the best paintings are the ones where you look at them and you go, I really like to look at this. I don't know why, but I like to look at it. So yeah, I see that there are mistakes, like for instance his arm is way too long. And so is her arm, I think. But that's things, I can fix that. There we go, just a little bit. Just little things to make sure the eye doesn't get stopped at them. Because that's normally what happens, is it? When you have a painting where there's something wrong, it's basically because there's something wrong and it stops your eye from looking at it and goes, oh, it's like a snag. Yeah, the reflective light and stuff like that is really fun to do as well. And I think you can do so much with light. If you get the light right, the mood right for a painting, I think that does a lot of the work for you, basically. Hi, Oliver. Nice to see you. I know Monday afternoon isn't the perfect time for everyone, but I'm really glad to see a few familiar faces here. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more operation. So now it's the operation of his arm. So basically his arm is too long, so I'm gonna go bloop. And whoa! Corgi time! Thank you, Oliver! Oh, you're giving too many gift subs. You can't do this every time. If I'm streaming twice a week now, you're gonna go broke. Please don't go broke. I don't want you to, Oh, thank you very much. And congrats to Umbreon for your sub. Ah! Hey Arzach, thank you for your subscription. Hello! Nice to see you. Thank you. 6 months, oh my god. Ah man, it's really good to be back. So now I need to get his arm over there, his hand, together with this trident. By the way, I painted most of this on the Hangout on Sunday. Let's make this a bit more interesting by twisting it a bit so that it's more together with his body. now I have to paint over the rest. There were some fishes in the background here. They have long gone. I think I might add them again at the end, but so yeah, you notice there's a lot of editing going on. If I was filming this, this would be a right transformation. There we go. Kind of works. Get a ruler out. Okay. Trying to adjust my position so I'm not just going posture check, you know the other Twitch people who have posture checks. Yeah, that's alright. I'm happy with that, that's good. Let's blur it into the background a little bit. Okay, so we've added a little bit more. I think this is better because it's at an angle, it looks a bit more dynamic. Comparison time. Bloop. Bloop. Okay, I think it's time to work a bit more on the background, I think. So this needed to be fixed. Probably didn't notice that, but I did. Okay. Now because the background is on the same layer, I'm gonna have to have a little bit cold actually. Okay, I'm gonna grab a blanket and I'm cold. Hang on a second. I was just thinking, oh, you know, under normal circumstances I would just leave it. I thought, no, self-care and all that. Get a blanket. Don't get cold. There we are. That's better. It's just sitting here. Oh, a bit of a draft, like an old woman. Hello. Good afternoon. Right. I think it might be time to, yeah, we'll edit the background, okay. So it's this, and now well, the playlist is over, but I have to finish this first. Do you know the thing when you hold your breath because you're... Okay, what other albums are there? Soundtrack for a sunny day. Let's give it a try. Okay. Have to do a little bit of more cutting here, so... Okay, did I forget anywhere? No, I think I've got it. Okay. Tricky, tricky. Okay. Okay, this'll do. So why am I doing this? Because I'm gonna separate the okay, and now I think in order to fix this I'm gonna have to generously paint over my two people here. I know this looks horrible. I know this is horrible. I'm just destroying everything. Oh my god. Either very satisfying to watch or not satisfying at all. So for next time I'm doing a painting like this, I am probably gonna keep the layers a bit more separated. But I thought, oh, it's gonna be a painting. So, you know. Let's get rid of everything. Let's do tabula rasa here. Okay. Now why don't we start with some be all oh no, that looks terrible. Just created random light effects. And then we're gonna blur it, because why not? This is good for some good effects. And then we're also gonna set it to overlay, because that's we want this to be sort of like a colored overlay. Just going crazy on the effects now. The other one was like super bright pink, or as they say in English, hot pink. Hot pink! This is like the, you know, there you go. Then we can blur this a bit more. This is like as if, you know, something from Sailor Moon just puked all over the screen. And that is good. think this is enough. Twilight sparkle, yes. Yeah, good point. Okay, we have a background. Okay. Now we have a background and a foreground. Now we need a mid-ground, basically, that I just destroyed by killing all those plants. So let's get that I get some of that back. And then I suppose the fish would be the other mid-ground object that I destroyed, so... Where would we put the fish? They were up here behind the mermaid dude. This chisel is really good for making just like quickly sketching some fish in. Not bad. Now the fish normally are a little bit sparkly, so I'm gonna put basically some sparkles on. I'm just gonna use the chisel and just go hammer some things on these fish. So I don't actually have to make all the details on the fins. So because we want it to sparkle, we have to set it to overlay, screen, color dodge. That's the one. And now just a little bit of blurring. That was too much blurring. And now the fish also need to be a little bit blurred, because they're in the background. I'm running a little bit out of ideas. I want to do something a bit more with them, but I need some pretty underwater fish. Fish scenes to inspire me a little bit. Jellyfish. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that is not bad. Sparkling jellyfish. That would definitely fit here. Glowing jellyfish. Google, give me some pictures. Might be better than fish, right? Jellyfish. Let's try that. Good idea. Okay. Okay, so let's start with a jellyfish. And it's got like something like that, yes. And then we have this. Basically, we have to do the thing, so we go color dodge. And then this underlying one we blur. So we do a bit of blur. So you have two layers. One underlying is the blurry one. And then the top one, I think, a soft light, or is it overlay? Basically, you have to make two layers, and one is the overlay layer and one is the blurry layer, and then you get this like anime glow, but obviously it doesn't always work. I think this one has to be a little bit brighter to make the glow. Yeah, that's better. think just bit of decoration maybe. Okay, we have okay, this music does not sit with me. Okay, so we have one jellyfish. That we can now duplicate and move around the painting. Okay, and now we're gonna blur it a little bit to make sure it's looks a bit more like it's in the background. There we go. Some jellyfish. Getting a bit dark in here. Okay. Well, we have some jellyfish. I like that. That's kind of fits the painting better than the fish. Also, turns out drawing jellyfish with reference turns out much more good than looks better than painting fish without a reference. Okay, now comes a good time. This is a good time for the dreaded moment of flipping the canvas and going, why is his face all distorted? Why does he have a gap in his face? I don't know. It's probably because I changed all of this and didn't edit it yet. Just moved it around and I cut it out and moved it around without fixing it. Okay, I think I fixed it a little bit. I think I know what's missing. I think it's because his ears disappeared. Somehow in the editing process, he's missing an ear. Now it's complete again. It's like, something's wrong with his face. What is it? got a bit more got a bit more realistic face now. I mean, realistic. The shoulder looks too asymmetric. Yeah, you're right. That's why it's a good idea to flip the canvas, because you notice these kind of things. And yes, you're right about his armpit. That's what I did on Sunday. I used a used a reference of a male torso to fix this. I think that's a bit better. Ooh, hello Xilbor. There's a stream going on. Draw a hand. Oh. Draw a hand, he says. Very well. Thank you for redeeming your channel points, faithful viewer. Let's get a hand reference up. Okay, so hand. There we go. Let's get hand. Oh, you're right. I was informed last time that the I still have the very cheap channel point rewards from my goodbye stream. I still haven't changed it. Let's get the reference in here so you can see what I'm using. Okay. Get our good friend the pencil. Okay, let's start with the palm. These two sinews here that you can always see when you have a hand. So you've got this, and then we've got, this is a bit too long. Ooh, I was pressing on too hard. Wee. Yeah, not quite the upper bit where the fingers connect is a bit too long, but if I want to learn from this and try and copy it sort of as a form, I guess this would be it. Oh, I admire it so much when people can just draw a hand without it looking wonky. You get a free hand on top of it, Silbo, as a thank you for your long support. 2 hands for the price of 1. Hello. Okay, God, this song is annoying. Thank you. Well, I'm working on it. But thanks for retrieving your channel points. Now, back to our little mermaids. Oh my god, hands. Yes. So, it's getting a bit dark in here. Might have to draw the curtains a little bit. I haven't got my light set up yet again, because now that I'm streaming in the afternoons, it's generally quite light. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's better. Yeah, you're right. The hands are still very cheap. I haven't upped the cost yet again. It's it's still the cost from my goodbye stream. Okay, where were we? Oh yes, I was trying to fix my mermaids in the background, but actually now that the dude is a little bit more fixed, I'm actually okay with this. I think it might just need a bit more maybe I'll make a few color adjustments. I think that might be the best. Also, can flip it back, I think. Yeah, this looks much better now. I think if we the jellyfish are much better. Also, I like the fact that it's just the jellyfish. So before it was a plant and a few fishes, and now it's like one consistent block of background. I think it's a bit weird that all the individual parts of the mid-ground were just all over the place, whereas now it's like streamlined, so that's good. I think the picture has changed for the better. Right, background. Let's do a bit of color adjustment because I think it's a little bit too samey in terms of the mermaids. The mermaids are like turquoise and purple. If I make the background a little bit more purple and the foreground a little bit more colored, and then, you know, try out some new albums on Epidemic Sound. Okay. I think if I do a clipping layer and then give that a slightly more warm hue. There with an eraser. Just a bit more light, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that certainly looks better. Again, every time it gets a little bit better. Okay. Okay. What else can we do? I think we could put some grain on. Sometimes that helps to give it a bit more. Oh, jeez. No, I just want to have some... How do you do that actually? It's this... I guess something like that. And that's the thing, in Photoshop I would know which button to click, whereas in this program I'm not... There, you see? The 80-20 rule. Yes, you are correct, of course. But you see, it's the slight kind of grain gives it a certain bit more unity. So no grain, all a bit smooth with grain. Just kind of ties it a little bit more together. You know what? You are correct, of course. You're correct. I think the 80-20 rule applies. Oh, hang on. 1 second. I got a text message about that. Hang on a second. It says it's gonna be here between 5 to 5 and 5 to 6. So, earliest in 20 minutes. Online food delivery. Because of coronavirus, we're ordering our groceries online these days. Be a bit more on the safe side. So yeah, there we are. Still working on my artist signature, as you can see. That, I can work with that. Where do you put it, huh? There's been a lot of art theft going on recently. I noticed this. I've read something about, what is it, crypto art, like art attached to blockchains or something. I don't know enough about it to understand what's going on, but that was weird. And also there's people on Twitter who are impersonating artists. So even though I feel silly for I don't know, I always feel silly for going, oh, you must protect your art, you must put your artist tag on there, you know, but yeah, it's better to do it, even though I don't think anyone would steal my art. Because there's thousands of people out there whose art it makes more sense to steal, but you never know with people. Don't steal art, even if it's a crappy artist. think I'm just gonna change the canvas a little bit. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. Put the artist tag as a tattoo on his chest. Oh my god. Ooh, tattoo on his chest. I like the idea. Okay, not for this piece, but next one. It's done. I'm calling this done. I'm probably gonna look at it again and go, "Bleh, horrible," but yeah, I call it done. Cool. I'm amazed actually how much of a difference this the grain makes. Like, that actually just makes it look so much more coherent. I don't know why I saw that again. I saw people do it on Instagram and just went like, that is a cool technique. I would do that too. Oh well. Again, I realize it's not perfect. Well, I'm glad you like it. I like it too. I'm gonna accept it. Mostly, I just realized her arm looks a little bit wonky, so I'm just gonna fix the arm a little bit. There we go. Just to make sure she doesn't look like she's been cut out by scissors and somebody cut off her limbs or something. Stick a fork in it and call it. Is that one of your British expressions? There's a fork in it, oh no! Just blending these the figure a little bit more into the background again after I cut it off so rudely. There we go. Make it flow a little bit more. Yeah, okay. okay. Okay, if you try any longer, you'll call it well done. Well done. Okay, I'm done. Right, I think for today, this is going to be our stream, and I think maybe next time I'll see if I can start a little bit earlier and start maybe at 2 rather than 3. But I'll see you again. I'll be back to streaming on Wednesday. I'll start a new picture on Wednesday and I'll try and post this everywhere until then. And yeah, Thanks for watching. I realize, again, bit of a weird time to stream, but thanks for sticking with it. If you're interested in more updates or anything direct, have a look at my Patreon. And check out my Twitter account, because that's where I'll be doing posting my updates now, because I like it a bit better now. And yeah, I'll see you again perhaps on Wednesday. Have a wonderful week. Stay healthy, stay safe, eat some nice food, and make yourself feel good. And bye bye, till next time.